All right, welcome back to RevScale YouTube channel. I'm Max, the founder of an email marketing agency called RevScale. Check it out. Like, subscribe, please. We have a banger video today. We're going to talk about copywriting. This is a masterclass, and I'm going to go over not just how to copyright for emails in specific, but just how to be a copywriter. I have a background before I started my email marketing agency as like a e-commerce operator. I owned Shopify stores, and I was a copywriter as well before focusing just on email marketing. But the number one thing that is, like probably the biggest lever turner, if you will, is copywriting. It's the most important possible thing in marketing, and getting good at it will apply to every single component of your life, not just marketing, in specific. So I'm really excited to go over this because I'm really passionate about it. I'm naturally really good at it, probably because I just grew up like reading and writing a lot. So yeah, I'm gonna go into recommendations, cardinal rules, theory, structure, how to do this insofar as like email marketing. I might sprinkle in a video or two from SOPs for how I train my copywriters at my agency. Yeah, I want to go over just kind of like how to even think about copywriting. And then we'll go into the actual structure and nitty gritty of how the agency structures our copywriting as well. So when I first started my copywriting journey and any endeavor that I go into, I just inhale as much content as possible. And so I've read dozens of books on copywriting. And looking back, that really unconsciously formed me as a copywriter. I find myself doing things that, are taught in hard coded lessons, and it's stuff that I just kind of like pull from my brain because I just know and feel what good copy is now too, right? It's very much unconscious competence. So for you, if you're just getting started with this, I would recommend these three books to start, right? And this is like a really good foundation. So they should just pop up on the screen as I list them out. So one, I would recommend Cashvertising. Cashvertising is an incredible book. It has like hard set rules. It's really easy to read. You can flip it up and open it, kind of like a reference manual as you're writing copy. It's what I used to do. Cashvertising, amazing book. That's number one. Number two is this book will teach you how to write better. So it's literally like the simplest, shortest book. It can't be more than 50 pages long. And it just has like a couple little tips and tricks to get you writing immediately, like better and for like an audience. So highly recommend that book as well. And then lastly, this is more like a technically complex book, but it's called Breakthrough Advertising by Eugene Schwartz. He's one of the best copywriters of all time. He invented this theory and methodology called like the stages of customer sophistication, the awareness stages. I've referred to this book, and I think I actually have this book. Yeah, right here. This book is the Bible. I love this book so much. Arguably could say it's like changed my life. So yeah, Breakthrough Advertising, great book. Check it out. So yeah, now that we've gone over some of the recommended books, let's go over to like kind of like an introduction to the cardinal rules and mindset and how, I personally think about copy. So a lot of this is specific to like email marketing, but I'm telling you, this applies to everything you do. So let's go over them. Number one is the mindset. Okay. What is the goal or mindset of writing an email? You want to get people to understand the why behind we are buying the product. So you don't ever talk about features, right? Like specs, like this thing is 5 by 10 inches wide. You want to talk always about why they buy it. This goes into psychological mechanisms, right? So people typically are under like 3 different things that motivate them, right? It's like sex and money and health. So everything goes back to that. And so you'll see as we walk through this. Get people to believe in the brand's vision. to get people to scroll down because they're curious about the content of the email, to get people to click the call to action. Writing should come from a fundamental perspective of the brand. Embodying who the target market is key to understanding how you approach each brand you write for. Website reviews, product descriptions, social media all serve to create an alignment of this messaging and should be carefully taken note of. You exactly be mirroring the messaging you find, right? So like you want to, there's two components here. One is understanding who the target customer is because you want to speak like them. If you have a skate brand, you're going to be using terms like rad and gnarly or like hash or like, you know, weird niche skater terms, right? Stuff that takes a lot of research. And the only way you can do that is either be the brand owner and live in that culture and embody it. And that's the best way to think about marketing is, you know, if you're to start a brand or a service or a product, you really don't need to try if you're just about that life, right? And so if you're not, you need to become that, right? And so you have to really embody it. And so how can you do that? Specifically, you're thinking about a brand. If you're writing for a brand, you have to inhale every single thing to do with that brand, right? And that's kind of how you kind of shift to like understanding who the target market is. And then now you can speak like them, because when you speak, you have alignment and congruency. They know that you understand them, they understand you, and then you can communicate more effectively and market to them more effectively, right? So that's kind of like the mindset, right, when thinking about copywriting in regards to brands and email marketing in general, right? Philosophy, style, tone. We're going to cut to an old video I filmed, and it's kind of a tutorial on this.
Why you buy versus what you buy. That means benefits versus features, okay? This is a very core concept of copywriting. You should not talk about the features. What are features? An LED light with 150 megahertz, whatever the fuck it is. It's 2 centimeters, or it's, 20 centimeters in diameter. It's made of metal alloy. It shines bright for 90 days. Those are the features. The benefits is it illuminates a loving home. It provides warmth and serenity and style and artistic vision to your home. That is the benefit. We are always talking about benefits. We are always telling the customer why they buy, not what they buy. Why equals benefit. What equals feature. This is a what. This is a feature. What are you buying? An energy efficient LED Edison style bulb that lasts up to 10 years. The why is here, but it's weak. It's so weak because we led with the feature. Update your space with this unique transformational lighting assortment. How is it transformational? Because Tala has unique artistic vision. Do we say that at all? No. Okay. How about this? Because comfort is everything. You could put why before that. This is a benefit. The Like Butter collection is designed to fit your needs. The modular collection invites you to create a sectional tailored to your space. Choose from an array of preset configurations or customize your own arrangement. Modular sectionals. Collection highlight. That should not be there. That's hilarious. So that is kind of like the why you buy versus what you buy. That's aka benefit versus features. I digress. Employee of the month. It's never too early to think about holiday gifting. We have gifts that are perfect for teams, clients, or customers with pups. Interested in exploring our custom gift options? Reach out to our team. This is a really interesting take on. I just pulled up a random email on a why. Okay, they're not talking. Wild1.com. They're not even linking to the fucking add some flair. Making life as good as your dog feels. It's pretty cool. Yeah, employee of the month. So yeah, basically, this is just talking about gifting, right? That's another why, but it's a pretty weak why, but it's still a why. So that's just another example that they could have just said, hey, get your employee of the month this alloy steel bulb, your favorite pet pup, a dog mat that goes under your food for spilling. Get them this chew toy that's made of rope and rubber. Instead it's talking about a situation, a why, right? Here's some copy I wrote. You want to talk about putting money where your mouth is? This email was so good, the client turned it into a piece of his website. Okay, Van Man's vision or his why. Imagine it's not hard to do. We make the creams you put on your face that nourish, heal, and protect your skin. We ensure your teeth are free of fluoride, toxic chemicals, naturally whitening them with organic pure eggshells, then rinsing them with delicious aloe wash. We coat your lips with the finest of beeswax, protecting and exfoliating your skin. We protect your skin and hair with the rarest and finest of oils to nurture your entire body's divinity. We are more than a natural remedy company. Together, we have created a movement with anti-big pharma message, using our knowledge of holistic health and inspired soulful remedies that speak beyond the confines of analytics, studies, and science. We know what feels good. Van Man, Farms. We will wake up and shake up the world with our knowledge. It's not very listed we have an impact. We already are. Fucking chills, right? I mean, this is a why. Why should you buy my 2 ounces of Towel Bomb that I made in my fucking van? Okay, because of this incredible vision. This vision, this why. It's very, very important that you talk about vision and whys and benefits and them and you. You're not talking about just fucking this part. No one gives a fuck. Cool, I can go make this shit myself, bro. I literally can. But I'm going to buy it because this guy wants to take down the fucking man. Because they don't have it, our best interests. So this is a brand. You're like creating a collective agreements of written statements that inspire, right? It's fucking art. So yeah, live and breathe why you buy, because that is all branding is stamping that brand, and that brand is those collective statements and agreements. That brand is the why should you buy from us? Because we have your best interests in mind. We care about holistic health and no one else does. That's a pretty goddamn good argument as to why they should buy. So justify it. Talk about the benefits, not the features. Give them the reason why. That is the mindset, philosophy, and theory overarching how you should think about writing copy for each brand. And if you don't know or understand how to do that, you need to look at the website, the Instagram, the social proof, and see why people buy and see what the client's even saying. The description. After making we believe is the best moisturizer on the planet, we took a step further to maximize every ingredient. This is the greatest skincare product we could possibly make with nothing held back. This is a unique case of the features being so good that they are benefits. Does that make sense? The ingredients are the best in class. 100% grass-fed bison. In the scope of skincare, no one uses bison. Look, it's fucking $111. That's ridiculous. The Towel Bomb is $28. But the point is, it is an artisanal product, and its features has become its own benefit now. They're one and the same. This is now edging onto luxury, where luxury is materials and luxury is talking about the quality of the product and the sourcing and really good photographers and models. And then it intrinsically lends itself to the why. Okay, but that's different, right? So why? Boom. So yeah, I mean, this is kind of going off track, to be honest. I don't want this to to confuse anything. I want you to just think about the why people buy and ingrain that and understand that for every brand that you write for.
And yeah, so when we think about theory, we're talking about how we are applying this, right, in real life for my agency, for email marketing, for brands, right? We use Klaviyo. It's an email standing platform for e-commerce brand to write our emails. They have a huge database of knowledge for you to understand what it means to develop email marketing strategy. And then I add some like recommended readings that kind of explain, campaigns, automation segments, and what other email marketing terms mean. I have like a strategy link, and I'll link this in my description. And it's just kind of like how to think about a macro strategy for email and retention. There's a case study, and you can just kind of see, how email marketing is applied, like real life in action to this brand. And then this incredible tweet by this girl, Jessie Chan, where we talk about retention ecosystem, right? So like the whole point of email marketing inside of, the e-commerce ecosystem is to get people to buy from you again, right? I mean, that's the whole point of just copywriting in general. You just want people to buy from you again. And how do you do that? You ask them to, right? And how do you do that? You congruently communicate them about a product or service that is in line with their needs and interests, right? And so email marketing is dually important for that, as well as funneling people to the other parts of the retention ecosystem or channels. Email and SMS is only one part of that ecosystem, right? You have subscriptions, you have cross-sells and post-purchase upsells, you have quizzes, behavioral analytics, you have customer experience or support channels, right? Affiliates, loyalty programs, referral and reviews, mobile apps, direct mail, other social media channels like Facebook, Instagram, organic socials, SMS, like I said, and subscriptions if I didn't say that already. So you have marketing channels, you have word of mouth, channels that like efficaciously allow that. You have customer insights and personalization, you have repeat purchase ability. So email touches on all of these. You're funneling people to your other social media channels to communicate them, right? You're getting people to get on subscription. You're getting people to be on a loyalty program. You're getting people to refer out to you. You're talking to them via customer support. They're replying to an email, and then you support them, right? So email is extremely important for a brand because it's like the messenger. It's like the voice of the brand that is evergreen, right? Because we're constantly, consistently communicating with people. So all this to say is, having an effective and clear way to speak and communicate with your customers, whether it's a Shopify store or it's an ad, it's email marketing, it is probably one of the most important possible things you can do because this is how people are going to agree and convert and give you money, right? So that's kind of like the theory of copywriting applied to email marketing. So in these following sections, I'm going to show you my process for the creation of emails. So this video is really a copywriting video, but obviously I own an email marketing agency, so I'm going to show you like the process. Now, this process has evolved. The creation of emails is half copy and half design. In between those two sections are structure, right? And so a big part and big issue with my copywriters is they didn't really understand how to think about emails and how to create emails, because emails are, as you will see, closer to landing pages, right? So like CRO, conversion rate optimization, is important. Scannability is important. Communication, visual communication is very important. So now we're stepping into like this whole different world, right? And so it's kind of hard because you have to bridge visual communication and effective copywriting that converts people, right? And so what I'm going to do is, for any aspiring email marketer or copywriter, I'm going to break all this down and show you our process. And then at the very end, I'm going to show you how it's evolved, right? So yeah, let's get into it. So the goal in creating emails is to convert people and get them to click, right? And so how do we do that? We have to organize the images, the copy, and everything into a beautiful design that does that. So one way to think about that, and this is kind of a great thing to start with, is the inverted pyramid method. It's a template designed to help you create great emails by eliminating distractions. So how do you do that? You grab attention, you build anticipation, and you call to action, right? So how do you grab attention? You do it with a header, right? With a short language. You do it with a visual image or a hero image. How do you build anticipation? You do that with your body copy, where the core of your market copywriting goes into. And then after you do a call to action, shop now, explore now, buy now, use this code now, right? And so this is the overarching theory to how we think about emails, email design, copywriting, all that good stuff. So you grab attention and then it goes down to a call to action. So how does that look like in reality? The way we structure our email marketing agency, before, I'm going to show you this kind of older process, but it still works really well, is structuring it in sections or blocks. Once we section out this email, we give it to a designer, and they take the notes from the structured email direction and they create the design, right? So an example that I can show you is right here, right? So this is a free trial product campaign. We have a subject line, we have a preview text, which I will go over. And then we have that inverted pyramid, header, body, CTA, and it repeats, right? So what is the header? Free base Shilajit supply. And then image, I just have my copywriter pick any marketing image, right? Okay, yes, you read that right. You're eligible to receive a free 15-day supply of base Shilajit. This is your best chance to experience the magical benefits of this ancient superfood fully risk-free. Claim your free trial now, CTA, and then it just repeats. Subheader, image, body, CTA. Subheader, image, body, CTA. How does that look? Looks like this. Copy's a little long, but it's fine. And yeah, I mean, in this video, we can go over a bunch of like copywriting techniques, but they're everywhere, right? So you can just look them up. You can look them up. You can read all the books. But like applying that into a theory of email copywriting is like completely different, right? And so I think this is a better use case into showing, how to like kind of structure all this, right? Going into more specifics for structure, and this is same components for copywriting too. Don't repeat yourself, right? Use at least 2 sections when creating an email, and then for sales emails as well. Let's start from the very top with components. So subject line. Okay. Don't make them generic. Incite curiosity. Be funny, witty. Hint at the content of the email. Don't be boring. Do it in less than 5 words. For example, something special just for you. Mix up subject lines for sales. Don't just say X% off. Get 25% off our chocolates is boring. What's exciting? Take advantage of the greatest experience of your life, right? Talking to them, right? Not just explaining something boringly. Use play on words, acronyms, emojis, puns. Make it interesting, exciting, vague. Just don't make it boring. Make sure the subject lines relate, obviously, to the content of the email. Get them to click. That's subject lines, right? And so a really good example of subject lines is Sasquatch. Okay, I think it's actually in this one, Squatch. Okay, let's go back here. Squatch. There we go. Final notice. There's a massive discount waiting for you. You'll never recover from this loss. This is it, name, right? So like, perfect example of copywriting applied. We're trying to get people to open and click. So how do we do that? Use those copywriting techniques that, we kind of went into. Read those books and then apply it into the appropriate structure, right? So that's subject lines. Preview text, it's basically the same thing, right? It's just kind of like a small follow-up, right? Watch your savings stack up, and then it's usually just a preview of, honestly, the email itself. But you can also write your own preview text. Headers and subheaders. Okay, should be short, concise, and sweet. What did we do? Free base Shilajit supply. 4 words, very direct. They open, try base Shilajit for free now. Look at that. That is, copywriting. That's copywriting, perfect example of copywriting. Like, how can we try base Shilajit? That's inciting curiosity, right? Free is an incredible power word. It's on us, a follow-up to that, right? Then we start leading people down inverted pyramid, attention grabbing, explaining, try for free CTA, right? So subheaders, you want them to be kind of loud. You want them to visually communicate, and enhance the image. So free base Shilajit supply, show a picture of the actual box, that you're going to get, right? A very key component in copywriting is speaking and enhancing images through your copy. What other notes do we have? Similar to subject lines, pair an image that speaks to the caption, what I just said. Subheaders, same thing. It's kind of like a follow-up, last chance, then 15% off, stuff like that. Subheader, thankful for you, then boom. So not much to say on headers. They just need to be like loud, aggressive, and like short and attention grabby, right? Images, it's kind of the same thing that I said, right? Creative direction. So when you think about creative direction, you want to like piece together emails, right? And so what does that mean? You want like cohesiveness. So Jot, this is a 1-section block. This is a coffee brand, and everything nice, get on the list. One of the most requested flavors launches this week. Want first in line? Sign up for early access. Get early access. Very simple. 1 section. Right here, dropping tomorrow. All right, 1 section. Here we go. Multiple sections. Fruity Boba Bundle. Okay, so hero, body, attention grabby, header, blah, blah, blah. Okay, these are product blocks. This is a 2-section email. So sections just fill out an email and like help to communicate and increase conversion to an open or click, or really to a click. And you do that by giving people more things to scan and read before they click. So I have like actually a whole database I made on different blocks, right? And they're just call outs of different brand components and brand assets, right? So like you have subscribe and save blocks to talk about subscriptions. You have product blocks, what we just looked at with the Boba Company. Bundle and save blocks, product blocks again, infographics, right? Visual communication, more stuff to fill out the email, more things to explain the products. You have social proof blocks, just talking about reviews. And then you have marketing images, right? With examples of how people can just kind of copy and paste this, right? And then fill it in for whatever brand they're writing for. This process is completely evolved. It's like very archaic and old. And, we typically give people strategy. We tell them what blocks to fill in. We'll put like, talk about this, add in a product block, add in social proof. But we've shifted now to an overarching strategy. But that's kind of like structure, right? And then I have a checklist here, header, down to CTA, and then 2 sections, creative direction box, and then we have flows. So flows I'm not really going to go into, but flows are a little bit more difficult because oftentimes I see copywriters or people writing emails and they're like, say you have an expected next date of order, right? This is a complex machine learning flow. It's complex in the sense that it's kind of kicked off due to a lot of analytics that say they're more likely to buy again. And so the point is just to get people to re-up. So you're just talking about, re-upping, but sometimes that communication gets lost because the point of flows is kind of difficult. Like a post-purchase flow, the goal is to indoctrinate. The goal is to ease buying remorse and introduce other products. But some people just put, thanks for buying from us, and then that's it, right? When you got to map out the customer journey based off the actions that trigger these flows and then talk about it congruently with people, right? For example, if a customer performs these 4 actions within this time frame, it triggers the window shopper flow. Viewed product, add to cart, checkout started, right? So what does the above do? It explains very clearly what a window shopper flow is, examples of block sections you could use in the email, how the flow gets itself gets triggered. So how do you write it? Customers receiving an email based off all the above explained parameters, so you need to carefully word an email based on that context. You wouldn't say your card's expiring soon. They have added to cart or abandoned checkout in the last 60 days. They're quite literally going in and out of your storefront. So you want to gently remind them of your brand and try to purchase from us, right? Understanding the goal of each flow and why it gets triggered will very much help you guide what you write. The logic behind this certain block's creative direction, and this will be your North Star, right? So like, this kind of goes into the art of it, but like, a welcome flow, for example, or like a campaign. Let's take a campaign, for example, bestsellers, right? What would go into a bestseller campaign? Well, a hero image, get our bestsellers header, and then introducing the other products, and then product blocks that describe and showcase those best-selling products, and then social proof, right? So there's no like exact theory to this, but it's like very logical what you need to do to fill out a completely designed email that's almost like a landing page, right? You want to give people reviews from those products. You want to show the products and describe the products, and you want to call out that these are best sellers, right? I don't know how much way to say it because this is so like plainly obvious to me, but yeah, flows, customer event triggered actions, talk about it congruently based off the customer journey. Campaigns, you just talk about whatever the topic is and fill it out from there. So that's a little bit into like the mind and theory of like writing kind of like emails, right? And so how has this evolved? So we now have shifted to design systems, right? And so what is a design system? A design system is used in Figma, and this is how we can create emails basically 10 times quicker. Instead of writing a header image and maybe linking an image or putting marketing image, we now just have hero blocks, right? So look at all these examples. These are all just examples. We do the same thing for standard copy blocks, product blocks, reviews, infographics. I mean, look at all these infographics, right? So now we have all these repeatable sections, and when we have these interoperable accommodations, we now can create infinite variation and complexity, right? We have all of our fonts, we have all of our colors, our Pantones, our brand palette, all these benefit icons. Now we can, just drag and drop and create these emails. I'm not going to go into this. This isn't a freaking Figma instructional, but I want to show you that this email agency is just like evolved to now having our copywriters create these emails from scratch in Figma that a designer created using this design system, right? So this is because visual and brand communication has now become so important. And the copywriters sometimes just don't have a view into that, right? You can see they're writing the copy in the Google Doc. They don't really see the end process though. And so this is a way to help them visualize it. And we now also have a global design library. So now when we're creating those design systems individually for clients, we now have these product blocks as well. And if any brand's interested in us creating this for you so you can create emails from scratch immediately, just hit me up on my Twitter. It's in my description, or book a call with us. More than happy to just do this for you. Won't be super expensive either, to be honest. But yeah, I'm really actually impressed by the process that we've been creating. This is actually like a transition phase for the agency where we're transitioning to a global library and then an individual design system library. So really good stuff. But yeah, I mean, let's kind of wrap this up. So what did we go over today? We went over mindset, theory, cardinal rules, how to write copy, recommended books, how to apply email marketing as a theory to email marketing, how to create structured emails that convert, visual identity, branding, design systems. Like we went really full bore into an email marketing masterclass. It's short and sweet. I gave you, little seeds and trails to go down, right? The Klaviyo website forums and blogs and how-tos. I gave you like books. I gave you an insight into like the systems that we've created internally. So these are all breadcrumbs, right? So it's on you to fully form yourself as a copywriter by looking at some of the best brands in the game that are crushing it, like Dr. Squatch or Dermatology with no vowels, Dr. Gundert. All these guys have brands that have perfect copywriting, and that's why they're making millions of dollars a month. And this is a copywriting masterclass disguised as an email creation instructional, or vice versa, but I think you get the point. So again, I'm Max, founder of RevScale Email Marketing Agency. If you want me to just do all this for you instead for your retention channel, just hit me up, rev-seale.com, revscale.com. Hit me up on Twitter, maxgrant __. Comment, let me know if you like this video. Smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. I think for this video, because there's so much copywriting content out there, I want to just be a little bit different and like just give you everything insofar as like helpful mechanisms for email marketing, right? So this is everything you need to know for copywriting, but how to do it specifically for email marketing. You can see how much goes into it. It's not just copywriting, it's visual communication, and it's like design structure as well. So that's it. Hope you enjoyed this kind of long-winded video.